Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon where you live around the world. I'm following directly on from our little exploration of reorientating the axes on the different items. I'm going to keep on saying components, but that's a problematic term when we're not. This isn't a component within the SketchUp scenario, but item and component for me are the same thing. But as you know, SketchUp has you can create this as a group or a component, so we can double up and get a bit confused. Nonetheless, if I have reorientated, as I have here for all of my brackets, the axes line, as I have for all the struts, what happens when I have the correct alignment here, the correct alignment there, all well and good, and then I make them a group? We're back to that same issue. And it's not a significant issue because, as I mentioned in a previous video, when you go to adjust something, you go into the group. But sometimes you really don't want to have to do that. So if you've got a rationale around how you group, you can either have this or this. Now this is much better because we know within the group everything's orientated correctly, and the group itself. If you're going to be manipulating or changing this, swinging it around, doing whatever, it is, I feel, better to have this sort of grouping for your move forward, your progression. How do you achieve that when you're... Now, I'm sure... No, I don't know. I don't... Within SketchUp, whether you can use the tools and the axes to realign groups. Possibly you can. I'm going to have a wee bit of a fiddle. But all I did was I put a guideline in, rotated this round so that it was directly in line with this guideline, ungrouped it, then regrouped it when it's still in this orientation, then swung it back round into position. It works. And so this is a much better orientation of the groups than this. Even though that looks close, we can see it's skewed. Here, same thing, make a group, and it's all over the place. So it is easier perhaps to swing round a grouping into a particular axis that's similar to exactly the same as within the default settings of the drawing, the three axes. Ungroup, regroup, put them back in place. But that seems to me, again, like the other rationale I used, to be clumsy and has the potential for creating chaos. So can we, by selecting the two items, the two groups, use the tools and axes to realign that without realigning our default settings? And apparently that's what we wanted. So without moving or swinging them around, using these guidelines, we can reorientate the group's axes through the same process. We just have to click into it, make sure we've got them both selected, and away we go. What does that do when we reorientate this, if we were to do so? Well, we're going to find out. I'll reorientate it to this position here for no other reason. I'll look at it and I go, that's fine, showing where axes is. I explode that retains it, that retains it. If we go to regroup again, it will, if you're lucky, be already in a position aligned with your axes, but you've got a real good chance that if you didn't get that perfect, it would reintroduce the misalignment of the group. Yeah. More funny to me than it is to you. So having this alignment for our groups is better. Make a group, click into it, select the two parts of the group, click the axes as necessary. The group is now orientated around the correct axes alignment, and you've got a much better way forward for the next step in your drawing. Okay, I'm just going to pause it for a moment. Back again, and I tried to get a bit cleverer. At this stage, let's just say I'm not clever. I thought that maybe you could select them, two individual items, then put the axes on and then group them. Now you may well be able to, but when I did it I found that again it defaulted the entire drawing to the axes I just created for this small group. Not desirable at all. So I found that you have to group both components or items, then click into that group, reselect them, change the axes, and you've got your normal position for your axes there, and all of these are grouped in the manner that we want. So this means when we go to rotate them, we will have more certainty that we don't get misalignments. We didn't have to move the items at the time of reorientating the axes, and any adjustments thereafter, I think, will be easier. Okay, that's it. It's just a little thought that I had as I was sitting pondering the model, and now you know as much as I know, which is probably still not a lot. Okay, see you later. Bye.